Hey guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and today I want to talk a little more about the whole Facecam situation on the channel recently, as it has come to my attention that the everything with the Facecam has been met with a little bit of confusion, discontent, for lack of a better word, and I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I didn't mean to come off that way or anything like that. It's like a genuine like mistake on my part. You know, I'm not very good at, I'm not the best at wording stuff. I'm not very, I'm not very good at stuff like this. I'm good at games and, I'm good at, other stuff, but this isn't really my area of expertise, so I don't really know how to word things properly, and it can come off as a little, I don't know, it can come off as a little wrong from what the meaning's there, but it's just lost or whatever. I don't know. I'm not really good at this type of stuff. That's usually why when stuff like this happens, I usually need some kind of a mediator around to help with these situations. So it's an honest, innocent mistake. I didn't mean any of this, any of this annoyance that's being caused by this, miscommunication or whatever. It is a genuine mistake, and I apologize for any discontent or annoyance or frustration or upset that this may have caused about this whole situation regarding the base cam. But all of this has just made me remember something about the Let's Play of Mad Father. Something very, very important that I completely forgot to mention in the beginning. Something that I'm amazed has took me this long to remember. I had the entire Let's Play of Mad Father and now also a good chunk of Undertale to remember this, to talk about it in video or bring it up in the text events afterwards, and the fact that it's completely slipped under my radar this entire time, and I feel like a complete idiot for going this far into into the Let's Plays, into Mad Father, into Undertale, and not even remembering to say it at all. It's honestly, I mean, I don't like the whole sentiment of the whole blonde moment thing, but my God, I think this is quite possibly the biggest blonde moment in my entire life. But Jesus. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that I completely forgot to mention at the start of Mad Father, which again I should have said something in one of the episodes of Mad Father or the trailer or something, even the text event or comments. But I completely forgot. But one thing I forgot to mention that I really should have, and again, I'm sorry for not mentioning it until now, but originally when I was planning Mad Father, I was not planning to use Facecam at all. Facecam is basically just a last minute decision. Complete last minute decision that so yeah, I was not planning to use Facecam at all. I was planning to use Facecam for videos like these vlog type videos, but apart from that, I was not planning to use Facecam at all, apart from obviously the resyncing process, which is what I use it for now. But the point is, originally I was not planning to use Facecam for Let's Plays at all. It was a last minute decision on my part, which I tried to make work. Again, I was not planning to use Facecam at all, in Let's Plays. So I tried to make it work, but it was ultimately a last minute decision. And I think if you go back to watch my early episodes of Mad Father, I think it does kind of show. For example, so basically, Facecam in Mad Father, and obviously now Undertale as well, was a last minute decision. And I think it kind of shows, because if you look at the controller prompt in episode 1 of Mad Father, it's not very well polished. It's kind of it's a little messy. It's something that was a bit of pain to work with because my usual controller prompts didn't really work. I had to like move it around in editing. I had to resize it a bit. It was honestly it was a bit of a pain to work with. So again, I did not plan to use Facecam at all. And then at the last minute of Mad Father, I thought, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's experiment. Let's see if it works. You know, if it works and it's, you know, if it looks good, if it's easy to work with in editing, then I'll keep it. If not, then I'll just completely discontinue it. You know, so again, whether I was going to keep the Facecam anyway from the very beginning was always going to be a 50-50 chance. I just completely forgot to say anything about it, and that again, that's sorry, that's a major sorry on my part. Like, of all the things that, I mean, yes, I know there's usually a lot going on in first episode and stuff like that anyway, but to forget such an important bit of information, like, wow. But yeah, so again, I tried to make it work. I tried to make it work. You know, I tried to string it along as best I could, try to develop it, try to improve things, but ultimately the Facecam is just not something I was ever completely sold on, to be completely honest. And I was always planning, I mean, again, I kept doing it, hoping that I would change my mind, hoping that it would grow on me or something. But it just never did. I was never completely sold on the Facecam, and I have been secretly trying to phase it out of screen, but I just wasn't quite sure how to go about addressing it. And obviously, because of my lack of tact and lack of social skills or whatever, not knowing how to address this kind of thing, it just come up. It was just really badly done, just because I'm not, again, stuff like again, gaming's my strong suit. Stuff like this is my strong suit. Just mentioning stuff like this, not really something I'm particularly good at. Usually for stuff like this or rant videos or stuff like this, I do usually need some kind of a mediator or, you know, middle person to help me out in these areas, because I'm not inherently good at stuff like this. But again, the Facecam in the Let's Plays was always a very experimental thing. It was always an experiment, something that I was trying to make work, but just couldn't. I don't know. I just personally didn't like it myself. I mean, I noticed that people like the Facecam, but me personally, yeah, not really. Again, something I tried to make work, but just couldn't. And yeah, again, really sorry about that. I'm sorry about the misunderstanding and stuff like that, from the lack of wording, and not very good at stuff like that. I'm not very good at these types of things. They come off as very rambly, and I'm not good at stuff like this. But yeah, the point is, Facecam in Let's Plays was always a bit of an experiment, and it was always going to be a 50-50 chance on whether I could get it to work or not. And depending on that 50-50 chance, if I could get it to work, would determine whether I would keep it long term. But yeah, the point is, when I started out with Mad Father, I was not planning to keep it long term. Like, I was experimenting around with it, hoping it would grow me, hoping I would find something that made it work. But yeah, even to this day, I'm thinking, yeah, I don't really like this all that much. But again, I just wanted to make this little video just to explain everything about that. And again, this massive blonde moment on my part. It's sorry. But again, that's where I'm going to leave this video. I hope you can forgive me for this massive miscommunication and I didn't mean to mislead anyone or anything like that, but it's just something that I generally forgot, which I'm surprised it took me this long to remember. But yeah, I was never planning to use Facecam to begin with, really, and it's honestly it's kind of surprising that I've kept it going for as long as I have. But again, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the massive misunderstanding. I hope you can understand all that, but yeah. I hope you guys understand, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a good day, guys, and I hope you can forgive me.